I am finally in a bigger city. I'm in the city of Oxford, right outside the station. Loads of open top buses here. And I'm actually with one of the funniest people I know, Dylan, who's going to be coming with us today. Behind the scenes, behind the camera a little bit. You might help with some filming. But yeah, we only have 2 hours for the first segment of the video, so we better be off into the city centre. You looked kind of awkward that whole time. Don't worry, he's not actually like that in real life. It's just your first time on camera on the channel. But you're going to be very helpful today, aren't you?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You're going to drag me into a street, are you?
No. I don't know if you can see over there, but there are probably just short of 1,000 bikes in that giant bike rack. And it just kind of goes to show how many people cycle in Oxford. Right, you've never been to Oxford, have you?
No, it's my first time here.
I've been twice, I think. I drove through on my way back from Watford once. Sorry, I should say I was driven through. Yeah, we were properly right through the centre. And I also went once about a year ago. I went to I think it's called the Pitt River Museum. I went there, had an explore around the city, and I absolutely loved it. So I am quite excited for today's filming day. I'll be completely honest, I don't know which way we're heading, but I'm pretty sure I have a decent sense of direction, and I think this way's the right way. I am seeing quite a nice building ahead, so hopefully I'm right. We're coming over the river now. Here it is. I'm pretty sure it's the River Thames. I mean, I know it is, but at the same time, there might be more than one river, so let me know if I'm wrong. So it's been about 5 minutes since we were filming on what turned out to be a canal. It wasn't the River Thames. But we went the wrong way, so we're having to head back into the centre the other way because the train station's just completely out the centre. So that was quite confusing. Dylan's just looking some stuff up, figuring out where we're supposed to be. And I've had to turn the microphone off because it was having trouble hearing both of us at the same time. So sorry if the audio is a bit bad, it's just for the quality of the video. I think it's best I turn the microphone off. Right, you figured out where we're going. Turns out we have to head this way. So we went down that road originally, so we haven't had to make too much of a diversion. Do we have to cross this road? No? There's one of the open top buses I was talking about there. We saw like 10 of them outside the station, so I think they're very popular. I'm pretty sure just down this kind of pedestrianised area is Oxford Castle and Prison.
See it there?
Yeah, it's right there. Got the English flag up there alongside another flag. I think it's just like their logo or whatever of the business. But there's the mound. As you can see, there's some people walking up. So we're not going to go up the mound because we don't have long to completely finish off this first segment. I'll explain more about that in a minute. You wanted to give some history about Oxford Castle, did you?
Yes, so some history about the castle. It says here, when William the Conqueror obviously invaded England in 1066.
Yep.
This castle was built by the Normans to protect England, and obviously it's a Motte and Bailey castle.
But yeah, that was some information about Oxford Castle if you're interested. Now we're heading properly into the centre, hopefully to see all those famous buildings of the university. So we haven't made it far. You might be able to see the mound and the castle down there. This is Westgate Shopping Centre. I'm going to go into the more historic part of the city centre now, and I'll see you when we get there.
So this is the Carfax Tower, and was a church put in the middle of Oxford.
Right, so this here is Carfax Tower, and it's a church that was put right in the middle of Oxford.
That's not funny.
I'm still going to use your bit, don't worry. Right, we've concluded that we were both wrong. That was not Carfax Tower, was it? Carfax Tower was like all the way down there on the other side of the road. I think we should go down there through that alley. We're going to cross the road now. I've just been informed that this is called the University Church, or this is the University Church. So I have just come to the other side of the cathedral, or the church, wherever it is. There is this other massively famous building here. But yeah, I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of tell you that this video will be slightly different to the rest of them. It's going to be a little bit more factual. That's only because Oxford's a very interesting place and there's a lot to say about it. So please feel free to put down your own comments and your own facts, as you always do. It's usually really supportive, and I'll reply to all of the positive comments. Anyway, back to the elephant in the room, which is this building. I'm not going to bother looking up what it's called because I know you can tell me in the comments. Feels like we can just walk on this bit of the road, right? It's pedestrianised for Saturdays, I suppose. But I'm going to do what I did last time I was in Oxford and just get completely lost into the university. Bearing in mind we only have an hour until I need to stop the first segment of the video. But let's explore, shall we? We're going to risk it a little bit and we're going to go down this little pathway. I think it leads to more of the university, but I did it last time and I didn't have to pay. Right, I have to be slightly quieter because I think we're in the university library. But yeah, I don't think we are trespassing. I think it's just a bit strange because everyone's being quiet and there's guided tours. So I think we can head this way, and there's a path which leads to a different part of the road. I think, hopefully at least, because then we can get to more of the university, right? Yeah. This further proves my point. I am out now, so I can talk a little bit louder. But I've just come to this other square. We've just come to this other square, and there's more amazing buildings. I'm just going to assume every building that's like this is the university or part of the university, because I think most of it is. And down there, we've noticed the arch, which do tell me what it's called, because I've completely forgotten. Pretty sure it's really famous. There it is. There's a massive group outside, so I'm not going to bother getting too close. I think we should head back down this way, but I think it just leads to where we just were. Let's actually go this way. Yeah, that way looks a little bit better. Yeah, we just came from that way. Yeah, this way looks more promising. I want to get down there. Right, ignore my hair because the wind is destroying it right now. There's the other end of the library. If you go through that pathway, you end up in the square we were just in. I remember here as well. I seem to remember it was near Christmas or around about Christmas time last time I went. But that there, I don't know if it's a pub or a hotel or anything, that is a really nice building. This does look like a very well renovated area. You're trying to escape from the camera. No. You said it reminds you of the Netherlands?
Yeah, quite a bit like Amsterdam. Obviously hasn't got all the gables on top.
Yeah.
But multicoloured buildings, they're quite tall, different heights, so this area and kind of parts of Amsterdam are very alike.
Yeah.
It's a lovely city.
Yeah, you do like Oxford?
Yeah, Oxford is lovely.
I'm hoping to go to Amsterdam in the next year. I know it's probably not going to happen, but it'll be quite cool. So, I found another church. The graveyard's kind of just behind me. But yeah, more bikes, standard stuff.
Monument here.
Yeah, a monument. Someone let me know what that is. It is very nicely detailed.
Old English written on there.
Yeah.
So obviously
quite old. Yeah, pretty old. Right. Sorry I haven't been filming much. We just crossed by that monument across the really busy road. It seems like we're kind of heading into the part of the city which is just full of banks or posh hotels or museums with cafes in them. We just saw like the cutest Royal Mail van, and I'm seeing a very cute post box, So we're going to head further down here and I can show you what we're talking about, because that sounds like nonsense to me. If you had no context. Here's the post box I was talking about, and basically what's happened is someone's knitted kind of like a cover for the top, and I must say it is very durable, considering it's probably been there for about a year now, which I don't know if it has, it might be brand new. And you might be able to see the post van's down there, so let's go and check that out. I'm assuming it's kind of like a bike, right? An e-bike. Maybe not though, it does have 4 wheels.
Well, there are many cars that have 4 wheels that classify as e-bikes. So it's...
I don't know if I should be filming this, but look at that.
That's a second.
Yeah, that is just so cool. It's electric as well. Right, come to Oxford. Everything is just so much different here. And just a quick side note before we head back. These houses must be absolutely...
Dear.
Dear?
Yeah, dear.
What's that supposed to mean?
Expensive.
Expensive. Yeah, these houses must be massively expensive. Right in the centre of Oxford. Right, I'm not going to show the camera because it is very inappropriate. But you've just spotted quite a rude road name, haven't you?
Road name, yeah.
Yeah, very inappropriate. It was quite funny though. And what was quite cool about that is that it was actually featured in Jack Mate's video. So if you haven't watched the video where he goes to every single city, I definitely recommend it. Probably one of the fanciest hotels in the entire country. It's just right here on the other side of the road. And that building down there, I recognise it because I've been there. We did just come from that way, but I never noticed that. Here is one of the many museums or banks, whatever it is, here in this part of Oxford. You've looked up a Tesco Express, yeah? Food, yeah. Also, one other thing, if you are enjoying this video and you like it when I have friends come with me, please comment that, because I need to encourage you to go on more trips with me.
Definitely.
Even though you're always busy with travel, aren't you? Yeah. Anyway, let's go get some food. Right, there is the monument again right behind me. There are so many kind of walking tours around Oxford. It'd be fun to do one of them, go on one of them one day.
Sure, it's, you know, as I say,
I like this, yeah.
absolutely dear.
Yeah, very expensive. But yeah, I mean, I like to make my own way around places, but I mean, you know, if that's your kind of thing, then there's loads in Oxford. Right, the Tesco Express is within arm's reach. There it is, right there. I'm just gonna go in there and I'll see you back here once I've got some food. Right, food has been acquired. You got an apple. I went for the slightly less healthy option, as always. But all the walking kind of pays off for it. So what are we doing now? We're going to the Diddley Squat Farm Shop in North Oxfordshire, yeah? It's the Jeremy Clarkson's farm thing, whatever it is. It's your kind of part of the journey. your bit you wanted to do. So we are going to be back in Oxford. Obviously I am going to be filming more later on, so the video isn't ending here. So yeah, I'll see you once that's all over and done with, probably at the train station again. Right, we're back from an interesting experience in Diddley Squat
Farm shop. Yeah.
We got quite a lot of stuff, so we do have some stuff to carry around. There it is. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem. How long do we have here now? Till the train out?
Around half an hour.
Around half an hour, so we can go and explore a little bit more. If we only have half an hour, we better be off. I think we're going to try and get to the river. Right, there's been a bit of a change of plan. Our train has been cancelled, which means we have to get the earlier one, leaving us with around 20 minutes before we literally need to be on the platform. So we're just going to pop down to the River Thames. It's a 5-minute walk. We can probably make that a 3-minute walk. So let's just try and do that. Or is it this way? Okay, let's just try and get that done, and then we can get back to the station. Nope, it is this way. If anyone can tell me what that weird building is there, please let me know. It's really good for the video in terms of comments. I've been seeing all the buses in Oxford, and there are a lot of them, so if you don't have a bike or you can't cycle, I think buses is a good way to get around the city. So my experience today has been mediocre. I've enjoyed it a little bit when we were around the colleges and the university. So hopefully we could turn that round. I seem to remember last time I came to Oxford I absolutely loved it, so I thought it'd be like that today, but it really wasn't. So, tell me, is that the bridge we're trying to get to?
Yes, but it doesn't look the most pretty, but this is the closest we're going to get to the River Thames without missing our train.
So it's the prettiest bridge we can find. It's not that good.
Well, it's pretty, but it's
Can we
under
get down there?
construction.
Ah, we can get down there. There is a bench down there. Let's head around there, shall we? Here is the river. Seems like you can actually get quite close up, which is good. Got some narrow boats. Some nice art on there. I watched that guy on Instagram. I think he did it on YouTube as well. But he went on his boat all the way from the source in Gloucestershire to the mouth of the River Thames, sorry. And he went through here, and I'm pretty sure we got some decent views of the city further down. Obviously we can't do that today because we've got to get the earlier train. I am sorry about that. It's probably decreasing the production value of the video by a little bit. But yeah, it's quite cool. People live on their boats here. It's probably quite cheap to live in Oxford if you live on a boat. You don't have to, do you have to pay
expensive.
for, yeah, you have to pay for a part of the river, do you?
Boat tax.
Boat tax, that's it, yeah.
The boat itself.
Yeah, it might be
you have
more
to pay
expensive.
rent.
That's an interesting building. It's somewhat like kind of abandoned.
Yeah, probably an old workhouse.
So tell me, do you think it's cheaper to live in this row of houses here or the boats?
Boats, but if you were to buy a bog standard flat, I'd say it's probably more expensive to
Yeah.
live in the boat.
Well, these houses are going to be pretty expensive, right? They're not
Yeah.
right in the centre, but they're, you know, train stations nearby,
Yeah.
buses, and you're a 5-minute walk away from
Station as well.
Yeah, exactly. Thought we'd come down to the river, see it a little bit, and it's not bad at all, is it? I like it. We're actually about to go over quite a nice bridge here. I don't think it is the River Thames, this bit. I think it's a tribute to it, or whatever you call it. But yeah, quite a nice bridge. So we're heading underneath the platforms here, are we?
No.
No, just the line.
Just the line, but
Look at the shutter speed on the camera.
that is.
I've never really had this problem before. But we're going right below the tracks right now. Right, let's get onto the platform. Right, Dylan is over there. Our train arrives in about 2 minutes, so I better hurry up. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it to a certain extent. Please let me know in the comments if you liked Dylan being on the channel, because I really want to encourage him to come back, and I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So I just want to kind of increase the chances of that happening. I have no idea what I'm filming next week, but thank you for watching. My train's here, so goodbye.